YouTube, just a follow-up upload in relation to the Wiz Comics 86 Gambling Edition. And the reason why I feel that this was a gamble was I got a good deal for it, but look at that. We have some curvy book. A curvy book. It's all wrinkly, or wavy, not wrinkly. This is a real sought after book. It's very clean. So what I want to do now is I want to show you, and it's off to the right here, you can hear it. I want to show you how I'm going to press it using Big Bertha. And I'm going to use my steamer as well. Now, generally speaking, I usually clean a book, dry clean, before I press it with the heat press. This book is in pretty good shape and it's pretty clean. So I'm going to do the opposite. And when I say the opposite, I am going to basically press it first, and then after I press it, I'll give it a dry cleaning. Now that's not conventional. It's not what a lot of guys do, and it's actually not what I do, but I want to get it flat, and just all I'm going to do now is use moisture in addition to the press or Big Bertha in order to try to get this book flat. So there's two ways of doing it. One, I put the book in a humidity chamber. Everyone's seen me do that before. Or I use my steamer. I'm going to use the latter. I'm going to use the steamer. It's a Garment steamer. I have it right here. And then what I want to do is I just want to introduce moisture into the book. I also like to do it this way, where I hold the book up in a vertical position, because there is times when the actual steamer will drop water droplets, and you have to be careful with that. So what we're going to do is we're just going to give it some moisture. I'm going to let it seep into the pages just like this. We don't want to make the book wet. I just want to introduce the moisture with the steam, just like this. And then hopefully it will relax enough to be put into Big Bertha, and I'll be able to flatten it out. I want to do each page starting from the centerfold onwards, going backwards. And then we're going to do each page going forward. Take your time. You can buy these steamers on Amazon. I had this for quite some time, this steamer. We used it for our clothing, and then we stopped using it because I stole it for comics. Let's give it a little bit more, taking our time. And when I do this, what I'm also doing is I am checking each page to make sure that there are no dog ears that I have to address, because you want to address that now. You don't want to put it in the press when there are dog ears, because then you're just going to press them in, and then that's not good. We're going to do this each page. We're going to do it and take our time, and hopefully the way I'm doing it, it will work nicely, and moisture will be introduced into the book enough that the Big Bertha press will work. And if it doesn't, we can always do it a second time. You're not going to hurt it. So there we go. Introducing moisture. Let's turn the page. And I'm gonna go against what I just said, doing it vertically. I'll just keep a watch out for any water droplets that fell on the book. Look at this nice artwork. Each page we're gonna give a nice steaming. I can tell, I can feel it. I can feel the moisture entering the book, which is good. This is what we want. This is the last page. This is the back page, or the back cover. Let's flip it around. Let's get the front. And let's go through the pages one at a time. I hope the camera's picking this up. And then I'll show you what we're gonna do after the moisture is put in. And believe me, I can tell you right now, moisture definitely is seeping into the book. The pages are curling, and I think this process is going to work, but we'll learn together. And at least we're getting to see the inside of the book. I'm thumbing through the pages. And we'll see how the 18th or the 19th century press works. I do believe that it's going to do a wonderful job. So let's keep on going. And I think we're good. We got each page. Let's get to the centerfold. There we go. So we're at the centerfold right now. What I want to do is I want to put in the centerfold this is a backer board for a magazine. Then I just want to take one heavy stock sheet of copy paper. I want to put it behind the cover. Then what I want to do is I want to put another sheet of copy paper, heavy duty. The weight, I'll have to look, but I use it for work. We're gonna put it snug in behind the back cover. Now what I want to do is I want to use my metal plates that I have here that I use for the heat press. The reason why I'm using the metal plates is because Big Bertha has rust on it, and I don't want to press the book with the metal that's inside Big Bertha, because I don't want to run risk that we are going to put rust on the book. I'm going to give the cover one last little steaming. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a piece of parchment paper on top of the book. Now you have to be careful with the Whiz comics from the 50s or the Fawcett comics from this era, because they're not as strong as the early Golden Age ones from the 40s. And there is a chance that the ink will be lifted from the book. Let me do this again, make sure everything is flat, just like that. Let me take the camera and let's focus in, just like that, on Big Bertha, and I'll move her over. So hopefully the camera's getting this. Let's make it a little bit bigger. Okay, so we have Big Bertha set up. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the two plates in where the book is, right in the middle. Let me bend down and make sure. And then all we're gonna do is wrenched down on it. Now this press, there we go, nice and tight. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna leave the book in the press, and what's good with this guy is it keeps it uniform pressure throughout. And we're gonna keep this book in here for 3 hours, let's say. And I'll tell you the exact number when I take it out, and then we're gonna see how the results are. So stay tuned. Okay, ladies and gents, we are back. And to the right, I don't think the camera's picking it up, but I do have my vintage 19th century press. And inside is the Whiz Comics robot cover. The book has been in the press for 3 nights. And the reason why it's been in there for 3 nights is because I went away for the weekend to Montauk Point. That is the easternmost point or easternmost land on Long Island, which goes east to west long ways. So we had a great time. And one thing I did was I cut pieces of craft foam because I am concerned because there is rust in the plates. I still have to restore the actual press itself. So I wanted to prevent any rust from getting on the book. Also, I put it on because I think I use it in the past in my uploads. I've used craft foam. I use it for leaf casting. Look at the indentation that the press develops. I use it for leaf casting. I use it for a lot of applications in relation to working on books. It is a good tool, and I have used it in the past when I heat press the books using my heat press. So here you go. Here are the results. Right from the beginning, it looks very flat to me. I think it came out very nice. If you may recall, this book was very wavy. The right bottom corner is lifting a little bit. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna tinker with it. I'm gonna tinker with the process. But as it stands now, I think the heat press, or the lack of a heat press, meaning the screw down press, worked wonderful. So this is the results, guys. I don't know if you recall how wavy it was when I first put the book in the press, especially this bottom half. I think I'm gonna do it one more time, and I'm gonna add some humidity to the book, and I'm not gonna use my steamer, but I'm going to use my humidity chamber, and we'll press it out one more time to try to get this bottom section a little bit better, a little flatter. But I'm very happy with the results. So stay tuned. We're gonna send this book off to CGC. I think this is a good candidate for a high grade, and it definitely presents a lot better. I hope you agree, but we're gonna work on it a little bit more. And the only thing that I'm going to do is I'm gonna add some humidity with the humidity chamber, and then we're going to put it into the press one more time, and then we'll see how it plays out. So thank you for stopping by. I hope you enjoyed the upload, and stay tuned.